Glad you stopped by today to old SmokinSteve's. Today we're going to be fixing up some baby backs. Well, we're going to prep them up today for a smoke tomorrow, and I'm going to show you how all that's done. We're going to do a little bit different. I don't know whether you've seen my other video on the St. Louis style ribs or not, but we switched up a little bit and tried a couple of different things on the on that smoke, and we're going to mix it up here a little bit. And I got one rack of ribs. We're going to be cutting that in half, and one half we're going to do the 2-2-1 method, which is 2 hours of smoke, 2 hours wrapped up in foil. Then you take it out of the foil and let it smoke for another hour. And the other half of the rack, we're just going to leave it on the grill and put a mop on it every 30 minutes, 40 minutes or so. And we're going to compare the two and see how they come out. And if you haven't seen the video on the St. Louis style ribs, you want to be sure to catch that. Those turned out really, really good, and I'm expecting these baby backs to turn out really, really good too. So stay tuned. I'm going to grab the ribs out of the fridge and show you how we get them prepped up. Okay, we got our baby backs out of the fridge now, and I rinsed them off with water and patted them dry with paper towel. Now I need to take that membrane off the back side, and what I like to do is just take a spoon and go along the bone here and try to grab a hold of that membrane and just get it started a little bit. And once I get it loose and get it started, I'll grab it with a paper towel and should come right off. Okay, that's coming off nice. You don't take that off and you put a rub or something on there. That rub or whatever you happen to put on there is just going to sit on top of that membrane, so you really need to take that off to get those flavors down into the meat. So what I'm going to do is cut this rascal in half. And we're going to do one half the 2-2-1 method, and the other half we're just going to leave it on the grill and not wrap it or cover it or anything like that. Okay, I might have to get my scissors there to cut that. Okay, I got that broken apart there. I really couldn't locate my kitchen shears right off, so I just took it and broke it apart. So now what we're going to do is put a thin coat of extra virgin olive oil on there. Now you can use mustard if you want, but today we're just going to use the olive oil. This will kind of act as a glue or whatever for a rub and seasoning that we're going to use. So just put a little bit of that on there and spread it around. And go ahead and do both sides. Okay, once you get that, you're ready to put your seasoning on. Now, by request, I'm going to do one half with just seasoned salt. So, see how that comes out. Let's put a thin little coat on each side. And that's going to do it for this guy. Then on this other half rack, We're going to use this mix that I've used quite often in some of my other videos. I've used it on pulled pork, St. Louis style ribs, and what have you. It's kind of my go-to rub that I like. So I'm going to put that on this half rack. And once we get this on here, what we'll do is wrap it up in plastic and put it in the fridge overnight, and then we'll get it out in the morning and put it on the smoker. And we'll be smoking it at 250 and be using hickory wood. So there you go. Those two guys are ready, and we'll get those wrapped up and put in the fridge, and we'll come back and tackle it in the morning. Okay, here they are. We just got them out of the fridge. It's the next morning, and they've been in the fridge overnight, soaking up all that goodness from the rubs and seasoning. So we're going to go outside and get that smoker all fired up, get it up to about between 225 and 250. Then throw these guys on the smoker. Okay, we got the smoker all lit up, and she's up to about 95 degrees now. So we're just going to let her heat up to about 225, 250, somewhere in there, and then we'll be putting the ribs on and letting her smoke away. Okay, guys, those baby back's been smoking for about 40 minutes or so, and we're going to open her up and put a little bit of mop on these guys. What we're using for a mop today is just straight old apple juice. So I got me a little brush here, and I'm just going to kind of drizzle it on. This should help keep them nice and moist, and help form that bark on there that we all like so much. So we're going to close it back up and let her smoke for another 40 minutes or so, and then come out and mop her again. Okay, we've been smoking them out here for 2 hours now, and we're going to take that one half rack off and put it in the foil and wrap it up. And once it's in the foil, we'll put it back on and for another 2 hours. Then we'll be unwrapping it. And I got 2 layers of foil here that I'm going to be using. And I want to put a little apple juice on this. Just go wrap him up. Put him back on there, and we're going to go ahead and mop this other one, and we're just going to let this one smoke away as is, and then we'll be comparing the two when they're done. So we'll come back in 2 hours and take that one out of the foil and let it cook for another hour once it's out of the foil. Okay, we're back at the grill, and it's been 2 hours since we wrapped the one half rack up in foil. So we're going to get that unwrapped and put it back on the grill. Okay, we got it back on the grill, and we got another hour to go. And this is the point where you would normally put your barbecue sauce on there, and just let that get on the meat. And you might do that 2 or 3 different times during this last hour. But old SmokinSteve isn't going to do that. He's just going to baste it here a little bit with these apple juice. I like for my ribs to stand on their own merit, and I like to serve the barbecue sauce on the side for those who want to use it. So we'll see how they turn out. We'll do a comparison test here in a little bit when they're done, and we'll check out the difference. So we'll close it up and let it go for another hour. Okay guys, the time has come. We brought the ribs in, and they've been resting for about 20 minutes or so. And this is the part I just hate so much, is the taste test. You know how much I hate that, right? yeah, right. Okay, here's the one that was wrapped in the foil. It's looking pretty yummy. So I'm going to give that a taste test first here. See what I think. Tender, moist, and it's really good. It's really good. Let me get this down, and then I'll taste the other one. Now that's the one that just had the seasoned salt on it. And this one here, this was the unwrapped one. Looks moist as well, and this had the rub on it that I like so well. So I'm going to give it a taste. Yep. Nice and juicy. Nice little bark on it. And it's really good. Hey, a thumbs up for both of these guys. I think maybe I like the one that was unwrapped a little bit better than the one that was wrapped. But everybody has their own preference. Either way you go, they're both excellent. Hey, be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be having a lot of good stuff on here coming up soon, so be sure to subscribe. Catch you on the next one.